Self-improvement can be a daunting but rewarding journey. Everybody participates in self-improvement when they're trying to reach a certain goal. And that can be any goal. Everybody has at least one goal. Either that's trying to make all A's or trying to hit a personal best in a sport, or even if it's something simple like trying to learn an instrument. Everybody knows what it's like to try to get to a certain spot, and you have to sacrifice. You have to use your time and your effort. But a lot of dreams are never fulfilled. A lot of goals are never met. And whether that either be a lack of passion, lack of interest over time, or whether it's a fear of failure. Sometimes goals are just not met. Well, in this speech today, I'm going to be talking to you guys about what self-improvement's really all about and how you can overcome failure, these obstacles that you can face along the way. One of the guys that I really looked up to is Kobe Bryant. He talked about in a speech that I saw in one of his videos, he was talking about the first thing you need to do is find a passion. Find what you're passionate about. He was so good at basketball, but he also talked about how much he loved basketball. Of course, it was his job, but he really loved the sport itself. And he talked about how it made that twice as easier to go out and accomplish the things that he accomplished. I really like that because I'm worried about trying to find a career being an artist, and I'm thinking as long as I'm in the world of art, the possibilities are endless. One of the other things that I was talking about earlier is failure and how people perceive it. Nobody wants to fail, let's be honest. But one of the other guys that I saw in a video, Will Smith, he was talking about failure, and he looks at it the completely opposite way from everybody else. He talks about how necessary it is, and he pretty much talks about it as a tool for success. And he says that you even have to go out and you have to seek failure. That's where the change begins. When you start to fail is when you start to learn. You learn what not to do next time. He also goes on to say that famous people or successful people, they fail a whole lot more than they do succeed. And that's also another cool idea to me, because we look at all these professional athletes and all these singers and musicians and these people who've made it big in the world, and we don't really stop and think about what they actually had to do to get there. They bust their butt every day, and there's plenty of times where they fall flat on their face, and we never really see that behind the scenes stuff. Another thing for self-improvement is all about your mindset, really. Another guy that I look up to is a professional swimmer, Cody Miller. He has a YouTube channel that I watch quite often, and he talks about mindset. He's always trying to be in the right mindset. He tries to stay positive. And in one of his videos, I love what he said. He said, embrace the suck. You have to embrace the process. It's supposed to be bad sometimes. There's plenty of times he talks about where he doesn't even want to get out of bed and go to practice at 5 in the morning, and I mean, who honestly would? I would love to stay in bed most of the mornings that I have to get up, but I look at him and I think, if he's a world-class athlete, he's human just like me. He doesn't want to get out of bed. And if he can do it, then so can I. Well, in this speech, what I really try to talk to you about is self-improvement. And the first step for sure, though, to try to get to any goal that you want to get to, is you got to find something that you're passionate about. Like I said with Kobe Bryant, if you find something that you're passionate about, you never really have to work a day in your life. And also strive to fail. With Will Smith, he talked about how failure is more or less a tool for success. You really need it in order to learn and grow. And the last thing is, like I said before, embrace the suck, guys. Embrace it. The process is not going to be easy 100% of the time. If becoming a world-class athlete, it was easy. Everybody would be a world-class athlete. It takes hard work. And to reach your goals, you're really going to have to put in some grit and suck it up and get through it. All right, guys. Thank you.